from where you at. I came here for vengeance, watch your back. No need to defend, I'm on attack. Sorry they can't reply, but I guarantee they had a blast. Pop, 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 I be on the next to only ya. I am fresh to death.
Okay, what is up? Obviously, I am in the car, and I'm not 100% sure what today's video is gonna look like. I'm on my way home from Houston. It's Monday. I've got 3.5 hours left, so I pretty much just left. And Zach comes into town today, later this afternoon. He should land a little bit after I get to Dallas. And then I'll probably go by the gym and go see him in person, since I haven't been able to do that quite yet. But I'm not sure that I'm going to be lifting or anything like that today. It's 10:46 a.m. I got up this morning, did a bunch of check-ins, got packed, and then got on the road. Brittany had work today, so it's not like there was anything we were going to be doing, and I didn't want to like hang around forever, and I need to get Marley from the dog sitter before she has to go off to work. So I didn't want to just hang around all day doing basically nothing. But I ended up having a bit of a stomach bug over the weekend. And so the last time I recorded was Friday. And I was leaving La Brada. And after I got done training, my stomach was just in knots. Like, I ate 2 meals before I went to the gym. I didn't even finish the full meal too. I went to the gym, and then after training, my stomach was just not happy, and it kind of stayed that way all day, all the rest of the day. Like, I didn't eat at all. Before we went to Shane Gillis, I had my protein shake after my lift, and that's the last thing I had on Friday night. So I woke up, and I was a lot lighter. My body weight had dropped substantially. I think it dropped down to like 219. So it dropped really, really aggressively, obviously, because I didn't eat 2 whole meals, but my stomach was just still really fucked. And then Saturday, it was the same story. I had my first meal. I didn't fully finish it. There was a little bit left. I made a meal to take with me to the gym because we had a shoot on Saturday with the Broad Pro Series, and I took it with me to have before I actually lifted. And I didn't eat it. I had my protein shake after I lift, and then I think I might have had something else later Saturday night, like a small snack or something, but I really didn't eat much at all Friday, Saturday, and was trying to figure out what was going on, whether it was something I was doing, whether it was whatever it might have been. But I think the conclusion is that I had a bit of a stomach ache, or a stomach bug. I had a lot of loose stool during that time, and just a bloating, nausea, and I was just burping a ton. And Brittany had been sick earlier in the week with some stuff that her stomach was a little messed up, so I'm wondering if maybe it was still just kind of lingering in her system, even though she wasn't feeling bad anymore. And I just felt terrible Friday, Saturday. Yesterday, things felt better. I got all my meals in. We ended up having a dinner over at Hunter's dad's house. He made steaks for us, so I had steak, potatoes, and rice for my last meal, and then it was a pretty substantial amount of food. So I had my normal meal 1 and meal 2, and then that for like my 3rd, 4th meal with like there were some cookies and dips and stuff there, so I had some little snacky things here and there. So that I ended up counting as my cheat meal for the weekend. And now today, stomach's been a little iffy again. I got my first meal down, but my stomach's been a little kind of meh. But it's not terrible. It's not as bad as it was. So I'm curious to see how things continue to respond today. And if this trend continues, I'm just going to have to mess around with some stuff to figure out what exactly is happening. So all that aside, I'm headed back home. I'm going to get the dog. Then gonna hang out at the house for a little bit and wait for Zach to message me back, and then I'll probably head up to the gym and go see him and see how things are looking in person. But more than likely, I'm just going to end up shuffling my week and training legs tomorrow instead of today. Just giving myself another day to let my stomach kind of relax and unwind a little bit, instead of trying to rush there, get legs done, and get back. I need to get myself settled, get myself a little bit more calm and in my own routine, because this week is going to kick me in the teeth, if I'm being completely honest. So Zach's in town. Checking in on him all week. We shoot content tomorrow with Brickwall. Friday, I go to Beaumont, Texas, which is a 5-hour drive for Stacy's show. I'm there for her show all weekend. Come back Sunday, fly out Monday. I'm in Vegas all week. We have the Amateur Olympia on Wednesday. The Olympia at the end of the week. I come back, and then it's just like that for the next 2.5 months, which I've said a few times, but so I'm going to pull an audible and just kind of shuffle my week. I'm more than likely, I'm going to end up lifting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the very least. And then we'll see what Friday looks like, because it's a 5-hour drive to Beaumont and I need to get eyes on Stacy. So just right now, I will be prioritizing my clients over myself. Like, this 12-week cut is cool and important and all that stuff, and I'm having a blast doing it. But at the end of the day, the number one thing that I'm driving for right now is success as a coach. And that means like sacrificing some personal goals to focus on business and work goals instead, and help my clients. So more than likely I won't end up lifting Friday. I'm not really sure what Beaumont looks like gym-wise, but I might try to figure something out, see if I can find like a little spot to just do some shoulders and arms, just to kill some time. But Beaumont's kind of like middle of nowhere, so we'll just have to see. But I'm gonna stop talking now. There's not really much else to say. But when I get home, I'm going to have to do steps. I'm going to need to do cardio. All of those things were really off this week, mostly because this weekend, mostly just because I wasn't feeling well. So I didn't do cardio. I hit close to steps, but not where I needed to be. But I'm still down like 4 pounds this week. So not necessarily an issue that I didn't get those in, especially considering that I was eating like 2 meals a day for a couple of days there. So I need to get back and start doing cardio, at least getting my steps in at least. But apparently it's been storming really bad in Dallas. We got some tornadoes and hail and stuff out my way yesterday, and apparently it's still really bad right now. So fingers crossed it is not like that when I get back there. I'd rather not have to drive through that shit. So if this is the whole video, I'll catch you guys next time. If it's not, I'll see you in a little bit. I might end up taking this with me to go record some stuff with Zach, but I'm not going to be doing anything else special today. I'm not training. I'm just going to do cardio, walk the dog, and get some work and stuff done once I get back home. But we'll see if I record more. So for now, bye-bye. Good morning, folks. Welcome back to our regularly scheduled program. So I recorded that a little bit yesterday, and more than likely I'm just mashing it with this day, because there's no reason to have like a 5-minute long video, or however long I talked in the car yesterday, and explained that I had a little bit of an off weekend. Not on purpose, but it is what it is. My stomach was just not happy, and made it a lot. I just couldn't really get my food in. So now it's time to get back to the normal routine, which I am not gonna lie was difficult this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. And listening to some podcasts from other people and stuff, and their thoughts on doing fasted cardio and whatnot. I can't remember who was talking about it at this point. I've listened to so many podcasts. talking about how they dread waking up in the morning to do fasted cardio. So instead they just go for a walk with their dog and do their cardio later in the day. I think it was Jordan Hutchinson. And that thought popped in my head while I was laying in bed, of course. But it's not like I would have been able to sleep in that long anyways. And my day, as far as work and my son and all that kind of stuff, it just makes more sense for me to wake up early and do this versus trying to knock it out later. Like for the longest time, I've just been doing cardio post-workout, but now that I'm up to 45 minutes of cardio, I think probably it's just for the best to just knock it out first thing in the morning before things get hectic. Saw Zach last night and happy with how things look. A little watery coming off a flight and being awake for nearly 24 hours. I had a 10-hour flight and then getting a whole bunch of stuff done here, but you know, he was still up at the gym last night, still got his session done, still went through 2 hard rounds of posing with me. So the dude does the work, you know, regardless. The guy shows up and does what I ask him to, and that's all I can ever ask for. So we've got 2 weeks tomorrow to his show, and this weekend is Stacy's show. Again, I think I said in the little car clip yesterday, it's going to be interesting to see what Beaumont has available. I don't know if they have a gym or not. But another coach friend of mine, Tanner Doria, will be out there with one of his clients. So I'll find something to do with him. Today is Tuesday. And today is also going to be my leg day. And as I was coming back from Houston yesterday and stuff, it was very apparent that my body was not happy with me. You know, I had a meal off and had a steak and some cookies and stuff over at Hunter's, but that day I only had 3 total meals. I didn't have my creamy that night because me and Brittany were both still really full from the steak. And the 2 days prior I only had 2 meals, so I didn't really have an extra surplus of calories like I have been over the weekend, where I've been doing my bigger feeds to kind of keep this fat loss going. So I'm definitely feeling a little fatigued and drained. So when I got home, I just kind of relaxed a little bit. It wasn't really intentional because I thought Zach would be at the gym far earlier than he was, but he didn't get there. I didn't leave here till like 7:40, so started training at like 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Geez, which is the latest I've been to destination in a long time. But regardless, so I just kind of chilled yesterday. Didn't train yesterday. Got my steps in. No cardio. But now it's back to plan. So today is going to be my leg day. Even though Tuesdays are usually my chest and shoulder day. You do legs. I got to make sure I'm on time. Get in there early and not putz around because I've got Zach coming in to shoot with brick wall, like pretty much right when I would normally be done with my legs out of my workout session. So I gotta get ready for that. Bring a change of clothes so I'm not covered in sweat while I'm shooting this video. But looking forward to it. Always fun shooting some content with brick wall. I don't really have anything extra right now, but you know, I guess one of the things that I want to make sure that I do with this is show you all the reality of when life throws curveballs, right? So life threw me a curveball this week. Had a little stomach bug. But this is how we come out the other side. And I didn't force myself to eat. I didn't force myself to do cardio and steps and train and all that stuff, because when there's sickness going on, especially something in the stomach, if I go and force food down my stomach or go try to train really intensely, I can just prolong that period of time where my stomach is trying to heal and repair itself, because that's where a lot of your immune system is found. So if I'm sick, my gut's gonna be pissed off, and I don't wanna piss it off more. So we call audibles when we need to. The other reality to this is I'm not doing a show. This is just for shits and giggles. But if I had a client come to me and tell me the symptoms that I had this weekend, if they were experiencing them, I would have told them to do the same. Rest up, take the weekend off, don't force food, let it rest, and then we'll get back to plan. We don't panic, we don't do extra cardio, we don't change the diet. I think I was 222.4 this morning, which is up from this weekend, but it's down from what my weight was the week before by fucking 2-3 pounds. I don't remember now, I have to look. But I'm gonna finish this up now, and then I'll catch you guys on the other side. All right, what's up, folks? So we are making meal one now. I have done my cardio, done the first half of the day's work, walked the dog, knocked out video check-ins. Now it's time to eat. Not really too much to go over. It's just going to be another kind of usual day that y'all have been seeing. Just like you guys have seen me do in the past, I am going to be making post-workout to take with me to the gym. As I said earlier, I'm going in to train legs because I didn't yesterday. And then right after my workout, I have a lift, or I have content to film with Zach and Brick Wall. So I wanted to lift on my own and then just take Zach through his session because he's doing back today, and it's just not how my split is set up. Plus, I would rather use this time just to focus on him. He's a lot more important than I am right now. I started recording because I thought I was going to have something to say, but now that it's recording, I don't have much to say. We're just going to eat and get everything ready to go, get my post-workout made so that I can head on up to the gym and get my day rolling. Pretty chill today. other than work stuff. Tomorrow I will have my son. I'll have him overnight Wednesday, and then he'll go back to his mom's on Thursday, and then I leave Friday to go to Beaumont. So until this weekend, it's pretty normal. I was freaking out a little bit because this whole time, like all last weekend, and I think I even said it in some of these vlogs, in my head, the schedule was that I leave Friday to go to Beaumont, stay there all weekend, come back Sunday, and then I fly out Monday to go to Vegas for the Olympia, and that's not the case at all. I have all next week here in town. I have a show next weekend for a client, but I'm not going to this one. So it'll still be busy, but it's not going to be as insane as I thought it was, which is good, and gives me and Zach some time to kind of do a camp for him this next week. He sent really good chickens this morning. He was a little watery when I saw him yesterday, just from travel, and he had been up for almost 24 hours at that point. Traveling to the U.S., he had a 10-hour flight. And just travel does that, stress does that, low sleep does that. So he's definitely dropped that water today, but I'm curious to see how his body reacts over the next couple of days as it levels back out. But almost done with getting this cooked, and I'm gonna eat and start getting myself ready to go to the gym. Well, cheers. Coke Zero is the best. False. Dr. Pepper's the best. Coke Zero's good. Well, I forgot to record when I got home. I got focused on work. I ended up doing post-workout at the gym, kind of hung around with Zach for a little bit. I put him through the fucking ringer today, posing. Training-wise, we kept it pretty chill because he got some dry needling from my boy Ryan. And Ryan suggested like going lighter and just focus on opening things up, that kind of thing, which completely agree with, and that's what we did. But I put him through 3 pretty fucking hard rounds of posing in the posing room, which definitely wiped him. A lot tighter today, which is really cool. Dropped a lot of fluids last night. But I took my post-workout with me, the cream of rice, the peaches, and had them while I was still there. Kind of hung around with him for a bit, and then got back over here. Showered and immediately got back to work. I had some more check-ins to do and stuff. So now I'm on meal 3. It's my wrap, my watermelon over here. And then I'm probably gonna chill for the night. Maybe WALK Marley again, because he's giving me some eyes over there. And then maybe some video games or something, but a pretty chill day, great leg day. This was the first leg day of this whole thing where I was like, fuck. I started to really drag today. It was still a really good session, but like after leg extensions, I was starting to really feel the drag. But it was fun. It was good to like be like, all right, come on, bitch, let's fucking go. Like, pick it up. Let's get after it. So, gonna eat this now, and I will catch you all tomorrow, probably. 'Cause I'm supposed to go lift tomorrow, but I gotta look at my calendar. I'll figure it out. All right, stay up.